Hello, family. It's me. It's Wednesday, the 13th, 14th, 12th, something like that. And I just got back home from Albany, and I wanted to make this video real quickly while things are fresh on my mind. So ever since Aunt Loretta's funeral, I went home and I've been in family improvement mode, which happens to me every time I go home. I think of a million things that we could do to make things fantastic. So I saw Grandma today. I gave her a pedicure. She's doing good. I'm gonna post a video of her, and braided her hair, gave her a pedicure, and talked to her for a little while, and then I left, and she was like, I said, Grandma, I'll see you later, okay? And she said, why are you leaving so early? Because I didn't stay long. And I said, I'll be back to wash your hair. I'm coming back. And she really enjoyed her pedicure. But anyway, the thing is, we want to make some improvements because Mom and Curtis take care of Grandmama. And, it's become a lot on them. We're trying to get some Medicare benefits to see if we can get a nurse to come in. But what is ideal and what Mama was hoping for is for people in the family to help out. My cousins like me. And when Thelma was there, she really needed a lot of help. And I've done it. And it is a lot of work. And but it's family and we love them. And so we're trying to put together a system to equip the James family. We're calling ourselves the James Family Estate. Equip the James Family Estate, meaning our home front for anybody who might need to come home, get care. Everybody's getting older. I turned 50 a couple weeks ago, so you can imagine if you remember when I was born. We're all getting older. So we're just trying to add another element to the family where we can meet our needs as people become seniors. And so the way we want to do that is try to encourage people to come in cycles to visit home, spend time with Grandmama, and help out. So being someone who has come home and done it, here's what I discovered is necessary. Uncle Anthony called me yesterday, let me know that he is calling a meeting in the upcoming weeks. So I'm going to share all of this stuff with everyone so you can participate in the meeting. But here's where I'm coming from. Not only do we need to provide care for the seniors and everybody who is to come, but we need to generate income for the family so we can make improvements, buy necessary equipment, and increase the value of the property that Granddaddy left so that there's room for everybody, because everybody's trying to stuff up in that one little house. It's just crazy when I discovered Albany has houses for sale for $108,000. And I was telling my mama that yesterday because my mom rents an apartment that cost around the same it would cost for her to rent a house from the James Family Estate, which would add value to the property. So so to sum it up, here's some things I think should be done, considered when y'all have the meeting. Do an assessment of the value of the Pecan Grove and Grandmama house and everything, and the debt versus value, and see if you can make a LLC out of the James Family Estate and purchase a couple of houses in the city, because we need some city houses for the people who come home, not necessarily because they're sick or need care, but maybe come home because they need to get back on their feet. It's easier to do that when you're in the city. And if we purchase some city houses on the bus line where people can get in the mix and meet with other people, or of course be closer to places that are hiring so they can get jobs, that would be a good investment for the family. And we have enough renters in the family that they could rent properties from the family that could be getting paid off, and in a couple years we can borrow against those properties and buy more properties, and also buy a business. I think we should buy a business right away. I had an idea about an Airbnb next door doing the same thing Granddaddy used to do, killing hogs and giving people that experience of seeing a hog being killed, and it's like a country resort, and a lot of people would pay for that for weddings and family reunions and stuff. And but that's kind of further down the line because that would take a big investment. But if we build our value portfolio with some more houses and a business that could generate about 10 grand a month. And I say that because I was down there yesterday. I spent $150 and at least that on food in less than 24 hours, and I didn't get no satisfaction. So if we get some kind of food thing going on and we can cook, and it could be something simple that's not a lot of overhead, you could make money and get some income coming in. And say you were making I'm next door to a fish place that sell a Korean selling fish to black people, and they stay packed. And that's how my business does so good, because I feed off of the fish place that's next door to my beauty shop, and the Chinese restaurant that they also own is next door to that. And so I know food businesses make a lot of money. Those people stay packed, and I get their overflow. And they're making about at least $1,000 a day. So if we got a business going where we were making, clearing about 10 grand a month, and that's lowballing, that's after taxes and paying expenses and paying for a staff and hiring our own family, giving people jobs, then we can have some income. If we get $8,000 to $10,000 coming in per month, all the people on the estate can start collecting dividends. We could divide that in half and pay out $4,000 in dividends, and use the other $4,000 for an accumulation, $4,000 to $5,000 for an accumulation to continue buying. This is stuff we can be doing in the next 6 months. The point is, it's people who need their money. We need care for the elderly. You got Dexter sitting in jail. He's on Granddaddy's will, and nobody knows how to help him. But if we were making money, we could at least give him his cut so he could hire an attorney, because most people say Dexter's in jail doing 40 years because he can't afford a lawyer. And that's ridiculous. Our family really need to step it up to help one another. I talked to Aunt Edna and Aunt Thelma, and I know my mama too. They're single. They're the single older women in the family, and they shouldn't have to be worried about if they're going to be all right, especially my mama, since she's taking care of grandmama. And I don't know what would make her happy. I've offered her to come live with me and my husband if she needs to, but that doesn't seem to be what she wants. But I can see that she's concerned, and it's mainly because she ain't got enough money coming in. Probably that's what everybody's concerned about. Aunt Edna could use more money. Aunt Thelma could use more money. It makes you more independent, and I'm sure every other person could use more money. And so that's why we need to use the property Granddaddy left to generate money. And it affects all of us. I'm my mama's daughter. I go and I help out with grandmama. I can't go to Albany without spending a grip, because it's stuff grandmama needs. And I never ever get all of it. It's more she needs. So here's the things we need. We need, she needs 2 beds. Adjustable beds. I just bought an adjustable Nectar mattress with an adjustable frame. Grandmama needs 2 twin size ones so she can host company in her room. She got a big old king size bed and another day bed size bed in there, and it's just get all that out and start over. That's what I want. Let's clear out the house so we can build that house, grandmama's house, for a care house, and then add 2 houses to the property. Not the property, but to the estate in the city, so the men can go there. Curtis can stay there because it needs to be a man at the house, and he could probably get a job. If he get a job, I can introduce him to one of my nurse clients, because we need a nurse in the family. He can get married, and we can have some help. We need this wheelchair that can pick her up, that can transport people from the bathroom to the kitchen to other chairs in the house without them falling and without the person who's helping them straining themselves. That chair costs $2,000. We need a portable walk-in bathtub for people who can't step over a bathtub. They have a door, you walk in and the chair sits up high so you can sit down and be fully immersed and get a good bath and get your joints and your muscles soaked, which helps a lot with arthritis. I gave grandmama a pedicure today, and and I worked on her hands. Her hands kind of bent up, so she needs therapy to stretch her hands out, and she needs to be able to soak them and that kind of stuff. And baths help with that kind of stuff. So she needs a portable bathtub. It costs a little over $2,000. She needs those sit-up chairs. They help you get up. They've been marked down significantly. We can get 2 of those for $800 to put in her room. She needs a TV in her room. When I'm in there, we're bored. We need a TV. Kenya bought her a TV, but Uncle Avi seems to think it's too big, so he can have that one. And we need to hang her a slightly smaller one on the wall so she can have her own TV and watch Highway to Heaven and stuff that she likes to watch. So it won't be so boring in her room, because she doesn't like to move around a lot, because she fell and hurt herself real bad and it made her real nervous, and she hasn't got her confidence back up yet. But that chair that I was talking about will make her feel secure when she's moving around, and I think it'll be a great help when she's trying to walk. She's 98 years old, but grandmama has a lot of life in her, and when I go down there, she gets pumped up and she's willing to do anything I suggest. I was going to take her to cousin Willie Roof house today so we could just go for a ride, but it started raining real bad and I had to get back on the road before it got bad. But she's always up for whatever, and I just love her, and I'm so happy she's still alive and she's in her right mind, and I talk to her about things and she knows what I'm talking about. And so she's in good mental health, and I just want us to take the most excellent care of her. So what I would like for you all to allow me to do is, like I said, get all that stuff out of there. Uncle Avi has a lot of stuff. That's why I think it'd be great if he could relocate to another house. And Uncle Avi has a kind of heavy, sort of masculine energy that I think would be real great in our family in the area of like security guard type stuff. But when dealing with women, you don't need such a stern hand. So if we could like redistribute everybody to a more effective post, I think that'd be great. And I would like to go down there and just really, for the first time since they've had that house, just sort of clear out the clutter and just make it very functional and clean, and eliminate the pests, and do the remodeling on the bathroom and the kitchen. I know I could get all my boy cousins and my husband to help out with that if you all would pull the money from the estate to do it. So I'm thinking for about $7,000 we can do the updates to the house and buy some furniture. I know that don't sound like a lot, but I work miracles with money. And for about another $7,000 we can buy all that equipment, the chairs, the beds, the tubs, and that the reclining chairs that lift you up, and the chair that transports grandmama without any danger of her falling. And that's the gist of it. And then the businesses, and encouraging you all to do the business. I have another more in detail video with numbers that you can see, but I just wanted to sum this up. So those of you who get bored easily and don't want to watch the whole thing can get a gist of what's on my mind. Again, Uncle Anthony's going to contact everybody about getting together for a meeting. So if you look over the stuff that I'm sharing in these videos, you can have, you see what's going on. You can be ready to ask questions and participate. And for everybody who I've talked to a lot of my uncles and aunts, and I see that some people feel like, well, I hadn't been around, so I don't get to participate. But the beautiful thing about being one of Granddaddy's kids is he never specified, the boys are more important than the girls, or this person who always been here with me is more important than this other person over here, or, he never specified. He gave all of you all an equal share of everything he earned in his whole life, and you have an equal right to use all the experience you've gained in your life to add to the equation so that we can all come together and do what's best for the entire family. And I think everybody's input is very needed and necessary. Everybody has experience with the family in a different way, and it means something. So you bring it to the table, and I hope you all come up with something that the whole family can benefit from. So that's all I have to say in a summation. And thanks for listening. And I look forward to hearing what's next for the family. All right. Love you guys. Bye.